So following this new pattern that we've established, we're taking a nice deep breath in, making sure that your feet are flat on the ground, that your base chakra is connected to the ground, that your spine is straight, that of course your arms are at your sides and they're either facing upward or downward or creating a circle of your energy. And then very consciously set a clear intention that each and every one of your primary chakras is grounded. You may intend or imagine or feel that every chakra is sending its own thread, its own rooting thread down into the ground and stabilizing your energy system in the here and now. And feel your physical body getting fully present with you and for you. My body and I are one. I am present in my temple. And as you get grounded, feel yourself gathered around that physical body and within that physical body. I permeate my own being. I am present within myself and I am present with myself. So now I am fully grounded and centered. All of my centers are grounded and centered. And in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine, visualize, get a feel for your own auric field, spinning gently, flowing gently around you. Outward, both back and front, in a large egg-shaped energy system. All 12 bodies consisting of 3 etheric bodies, 3 emotional or astral bodies, 3 mental bodies, and 3 spiritual bodies. So 12 concentric layers of energy flowing all around you in an egg-shaped field. And in the center of the egg-shaped field is your heart center, the 12-petaled lotus flowing inward and outward through all 12 fields. So in your mind's eye, you should be able to visualize, intend, feel a large energy system that is egg-shaped with the 12-petaled chakra in the center, at the heart of it. Don't be overly concerned with color. Focus in more on the detail of the feeling. I feel my presence with myself. I feel myself feeling. And notice if your physical heart begins to make its presence felt as you focus in on the feeling of your heart center. This heart center keeps us in the now moment. When we love truly, beyond all conditions, beyond all desires, this heart center creates a timeless love. So there in your heart center, in the 12-petal chakra, extending into all of your auric field, I want you to imagine that corridor of experience, that corridor of time, that corridor of egocentric doingness and beingness that extends out the back of your heart center into your auric field and projects into the front of your heart center, into the front of your auric field. All that is past informs my present and creates, projects into my future. 12 layers of the heart center from the back flowing into your physical central beingness and outward again into another 12 layers. The entire spectrum of your heart's experience in this lifetime. And starting from the outermost layer, your third spiritual body layer, become aware of the 12-centered, 12-petaled chakra way out there, approximately 15 centimeters away from your physical body. Focus in on it. Get a feel for whether it's open or closed. And if you have any sensation of the energy around your back blossoming, opening, pay attention. Register it. Allow any other physical sensations in any other part of your body to also be registered in your short-term memory. And then bring your attention back to your heart center in your third spiritual body, outermost from you, and feel how it feels. Is it open? Is it flowing into all past? And in your mind's eye, see yourself standing in front of it, facing it. Are those petals turning? Does the energy flow leave you feeling as if you're in a cool breeze? Or is it stuttering? Is it stagnant? Is it moving too slowly for you to feel a flow? What is the heart center of your outermost spiritual body saying, demonstrating, expressing to you about you? And as you stand before it, in your mind's eye, color it pink. Give it that candy floss pink. And if you have any sense, any feeling that it needs to be unlocked, then in your mind's eye, imagine yourself putting in the perfect key and turning it at the center of your heart center. If it needs for the door to be bashed down in your mind's eye, see yourself banging against it, pushing it open. Do whatever it takes to break down any barriers between your outermost heart center and the universe, between your last spiritual body heart center and the cosmos. Tear down the walls, remove the barricades, get the flow flowing. Get enthusiastic, get passionate about opening up this heart center that connects you to all of the unconditional love available in an entire cosmos. Beyond all egocentric being and doings. And when it is wide open and flowing, take a deep breath in and relax. Just relax and let the flow of it continue. Register for yourself if it is flowing in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction without making any judgment of it. And just resting quietly, feel. Feel that outermost heart center drawing light energy, high frequency, healing energy, loving energy, faithful energy, loyal energy into your auric field. Feel it drawing it in, pulling it to you into all of the past experiences, living in your heart center at the back of your physical body. As it flows in, focus in on the feeling of it. Focus in on the transmission of the energy itself. Focus in on how naturally your heart center reaches for it, pulls it towards itself, is willing and able to gather love, to gather light, to gather joy into its own being. And before your mind begins to grapple with the receiving, give permission for the 11th layer, the mental layer, the third mental body, to be open, to be unlocked, to allow the consistent transmission of heart energy all the way through to the 10th layer. And here in the 10th layer is your astral body, the third emotional body of your entire auric field. And here we want to let the high frequency of the cosmos, of the loving universe, just flood through into all of the petals of your heart center. And here we sit quietly and we breathe gently and we take a look at self and assess what is the emotion, what is the repetitive thought pattern in the innermost core of my being that creates toxic attachment to love, to other souls, to people, to contract. What is this soul dilemma in the innermost core of my being that denies myself in the creation of attachment? What is the emotion? What is the challenge? What is the repetitive thought pattern? Here in the third emotional body, connected to the deepest core of yourself and connected to your higher self, is a dilemma that we bring into all interaction. What is the pattern? What is the thinking? What is the attitude? What is the manner? What is the belief? What is the core imbalance that creates, chooses toxic attachment? Even if you are unable to fix the thought or the understanding, just breathe gently and take a moment to let the toxins themselves, as emotion, as thoughts, as impressions in your energy system, surface, to flow out even as the cosmic light energy flows in, to be shifted, to be changed. Let the high vibrational energy in to uplift any of the old, stagnant, no longer applicable emotional energy of your third emotional body. I allow the old stagnating energy to heal. I rekindle my love of self. I rekindle my commitment to I the soul and I the human in this space. And still breathing gently, with the awareness that the flow is now both ways, in and out of your heart center. With clear intention, allow the cosmic energy to penetrate further into your third etheric field, your second spiritual body, your second mental body, your second emotional body. And here we take a moment again to allow the energy to flow into the heart center and to flood it. To take charge of this entire emotional body with love, with compassion. And in this part of your auric field, we set a clear intention to heal. I heal my toxic patterns. I heal my toxic needs. I heal any unforgiveness of self and others. In your mind's eye, you may add any other statement of healing. And if you are uncertain, simply, I heal. I allow new light energy to clarify and redefine my emotional attachments and connections to all parties. I invite ongoing clarification and commitment of any and all soul connections. It is in this body that we heal any overreactions, oversensitivities, any excesses or extremes of emotional toxicity. Any extremes of emotional toxicity that renders you less than I am. So just breathe gently and allow the energy to permeate all the way through until you can feel or imagine or sense a gentle throbbing in your heart center, or a pressure, or even that feeling of blossoming. My heart aches with love and from love. It blossoms in love. And almost or completely, naturally, instinctively, the universal energy flows all the way through, past the second etheric body, past your spiritual body, mental body, and emotional body, and etheric body closest to the physical beingness, all the way directly into the center of your being, where you connect the back of your heart center to the front. Feel that energy flowing all the way through, from the outermost spiritual body to the innermost connecting space between what is past and what is to be. Feel that light energy cleansing and clearing and unlocking all of the patterns established in each of those bodies and all of the petals of your heart center, so that everything is in flow. Feel the back of your heart center flowing in either a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. It doesn't matter which. What matters is that it is in flow, and that the flow is consistent and at a pace that matches your physical heartbeat. I breathe deeply, expand my lungs, open the chambers of my physical heart, and establish my pace of love and life. My heart center flows in harmony with this pace. I, the body, and I, the soul, am synchronized. Let that energy flow all the way through into the utmost center of your heart, the center of your heart center. And from there, outward, into all of the projections in the now moment and all future moments. Feel it flowing out the front of your heart center into the present moment. I am with myself with love. And as it flows, body by body, from the etheric and into the emotional and into the mental and spiritual body, and then into the next set of 4 bodies in your egg-shaped auric field. Feel the front of your heart center blossoming along with the vibration. I am open-hearted. Feel the energy flooding through your heart center. And where there are breaks and wounds and scars, feel them closing up. Feel them getting obscured just for the now moment. Feel them filling up. So I am wholehearted. And feel that energy flooding into your auric field in the here and now, so that just for this moment, by choice, I am surrounded by love. Remember that the energy that is flowing into the front of your heart center is the frequency of love from the cosmos itself. It is not attached to you. It is connected to you by divine right. You are not attached to it. You receive it by divine right. Under spiritual law, a right is a state of connectedness, synchronized connectedness. It is an agreement. It is a contract. It is a bond between self and all light, all love, all creation. Allow the essence or the nature of that connection to sink into you, to sink into your mind, to get lodged in your heart. And there in the silence of your own being, take a moment to make a commitment to yourself to dispense with any one known toxic mind pattern that creates attachments out of connection, that brings toxicity to the attachment, that destroys the connection. Any one thought, register it in your short-term memory and make a commitment to be mindful of it, to work your way beyond it, and to be loving of yourself in the process of becoming more loving, more kind, more self. And just sitting quietly, breathe, absorb, feel. Take a moment to be in communion. Now that all of the heart centers, both back and front, are open and receptive, take a moment to be in communion with your guides, with your angels, with the ascended masters, with your higher self, or your shadow self. When you are ready, get grounded once more and bring yourself back to this moment, here and now.